These brazen escapees don't want to get caught, so what are their options? So to understand that, we have to look to the past once again. Richard Lee McNair is a convicted murderer known for his long history of escaping custody. In 1987, Richard Lee McNair murdered one man and shot a second man 4 times in the back during a botched robbery. As a consequence of those crimes, he's currently serving 2 terms of life imprisonment. However, Richard Lee McNair is insanely talented. He's escaped 3 different times from 3 different institutions using a variety of different methods. On his last attempt at escape, as well as his most famous attempt and his most successful attempt, to be honest, he escaped from a federal prison in Louisiana. He managed to do this by smuggling himself into a pallet of postal mail bags and cut himself out of a mail bag in a town about 45 minutes away from the prison which he was locked up at. Now, this attempt is most famous because of a video that you've actually probably seen on YouTube. It's famous for an encounter that he had with a police officer named Carl Bordelon, rest in peace. A couple of hours after he escaped from the prison, Richard Lee McNair was stopped by a police officer while he was jogging on a railroad track near Ball, Louisiana. And of course, fresh out of prison, the man had no identification, and he was stopped by Officer Bordelon because they were searching for a prisoner everywhere. They were looking for anybody that looked suspicious. And obviously, this man jogging in what appears to be, prison garments would make for a person of suspicion. So Richard Lee McNair proceeded to give Officer Bordelon the fake name of Robert Jones.
What's your name?
Robert Jones.
Robert Jones?
And then when asked again 5 minutes later, he gave him a different name, Jimmy Jones.
What's your name again?
Jimmy Jones.
I guess the officer was too caught up in the adrenaline of the moment and looking for this prisoner that he didn't notice that.
You know the bad thing about it?
What's that?
You're matching up to him.
Come on. Well, that sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Somehow, Richard Lee McNair managed to convince the officer that he was just jogging and in town to help on a post-Hurricane Katrina roofing project, allowing him to get back to his escape from prison within 10 minutes of this encounter with Officer Bordelon.
Just call 911 is all you got to do, and they'll get a hold of us.
All right.
That's our quick line there.
Have a good day now.
Be careful, buddy.
Thank you.
All right.
Absolutely wild, man.